Made my way to Bristol, Tennessee this past weekend for MLB Speedway Classic. First was a flight to Charlotte, then over to Asheville. Made a couple stops along the way, starting with the UNC Asheville Bulldogs. Got a look at a couple of their gyms and the Hall of Fame. Then up to Johnson City, Tennessee, home of the East Tennessee State Buccaneers. From there, it's about an hour drive to Bristol for the game. Got my parking spot and headed over to the track. Saw the Atlanta Braves team bus making its way in with the police escort as they took both buses and teams down to the locker room right next to the field. Made a quick stop at FanFest right outside the track. Shout out Kenny Powers. From there, I found my gate and headed in. Ended up with a great infield plaza ticket. Found the tunnel to head underneath the track and got my rally towel and Speedway Classic Hot Wheels Camaro. The other side of the tunnel leads out next to the Infield Care Center and got my first look at Colossus, Bristol's massive four-sided video board. Quick photo op before it's time to see what the rest of the infield looks like. MLB had trucks set up for all the players to ride around the track before introductions. Got another look at Colossus above the third baseline as batting practice went on. Time to see where my seat would end up being for the game, right down the third base line there. Got my first look at the start-finish line that lined up right where home plate was for the game. The Braves finished up batting practice as the rain started to come back. I went to check out the grandstands and passed by this MLB employee that was wheeling in the World Series trophy. When I headed back to the infield, the rain picked up and it was time for them to cover the field again. They went ahead with pregame introductions, took the tarp off. Here's a look at Ellie De La Cruz coming in from center field. Time for the anthem and the flyover. NASCAR drivers Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott drove in on the helmet cart to meet up with Johnny Bench and Chipper Jones for the ceremonial first pitch. And right before first pitch, rain is back. We would end up having a 2.5-hour rain delay. Game finally gets underway at 9:40 local time and only made it through 4 outs before the rain came back. Myself and many others realized there was no way it was getting started again that night and time to head out. First ever MLB game in Tennessee, a new MLB attendance record, and MLB ballpark number 32 for me.